Hi everyone, welcome back. Two of the brands I'm asked about the most from the US are Glossier and Milk. Both are coming to the UK supposedly this year when they can find their footing and decide where they're going to retail. Both are aimed at a similar demographic, similar-ish price points. So I basically, over my last 3 trips to the States, I've pretty much bought both ranges in their entirety, bit by bit. I didn't go crazy, but each time I was like, oh, I'll try that, I'll try that. So what I've put together is the things I've been really loving from both ranges and the things I probably wouldn't repurchase, just to sort of give you a vague overview and put it all together in one go. So Milk is sold in Sephora and Urban Outfitters in the States. I think they're going to have trouble in the UK as to where they retail because they don't really fit in. They're too cheap for Space NK or too affordable for Space NK. They're not a Superdrug or a Boots brand, or Boots brand, and Urban Outfitters isn't as sort of prevalent here. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. Glossier will absolutely do their own pop-up. There's no way they would go to a retailer. They'll mimic what they did in New York and they'll do their own thing. And it's definitely happening because they've just taken PR. So watch this space. Why don't I start with the routine and show you the 2 things I'm liking from each. So I didn't plan this, but I kind of have 2 of everything in terms of sections of routines. So I have the Milk Makeup Charcoal Cleanser, which looks like this, or that. And then I have the Glossier Milky Jelly Cleanser, which looks like that. I'm liking both. I would not use either for makeup removal. I would use them both just to wash my face. I thought the charcoal cleanser was going to be really, really foamy and grim, and I kind of bought it thinking, oh, that'll be one I'll pass on, or one that I liked the look of it and I wanted to review it, but I actually like it. I use it, both of them, as a morning cleanse or as a PM cleanse in the evening if I'm feeling particularly grimy. Tonight, one of them will get used as a second cleanse, possibly this one because it's a bit more cleansing. It cleanses a bit stronger, perhaps. There's nothing left in my voice. So I like them. Now, being American brands, they're both obsessed with rinsing off. I would still use a flannel with both of these. I'd never rinse off. Sorry, guys. Excuse the back of my head, won't you? They both make mists. The Glossier Soothing Face Mist is rose water, and I only bought this one on my last trip to New York, so I haven't played with this as much as I've played with this. The Milk Face Mist looks like this, and this has been my preferred one for airplane travel because it has a great mist. Let's see if you can, I don't want to waste it, actually, with me. Can you see? It's very light. And it's 68ml and it's in plastic. This one is 118ml, so obviously this can't go on the airplane, but it's still plastic. Use any time to refresh your skin. They're both obviously things like cruelty-free, blah, blah, blah. I don't mean that dismissing it. I'm just saying, obviously, these days for a brand to not say they're cruelty-free, a new independent brand would be odd, no? Right, moisturisers. Yes, sorry. Both of these moisturisers are from Glossier, and one is infinitely preferable over the other to me. So I bought the priming moisturiser, which looks like this, and I bought the rich moisturiser, priming moisturiser rich, which looks like this. Now, in Glossier's defence, I didn't need the rich moisturiser. I bought it because it felt lovely, and I thought, oh, if there's days when I'm feeling dry, that might be nice. It looks like this, fairly sort of standard thick face cream. If I put it in, sorry, bear with, that's that one. And this one looks like that. Oh my God, it's much runnier, sorry. I know you tune in for all the technical coverage I give, I know. The immediate problem for me was that the priming moisturiser rich gave me a couple of whiteheads, which is my problem, not Glossier's. Just shows that I didn't need anything that rich. But they're both very nice moisturisers, perfectly acceptable for using, especially the priming moisturiser, the original one in the tube. Really nice for using over slightly more active serums. Let's do masks. Moisturising Moon Mask, which is from Glossier, is like this. This is obviously a moisturising version. The thing is, neither of these travelled very well. This one was sort of all up in the sides, and I didn't take it out of the packaging. This one I haven't used yet. This is Urban Defense Mask. I wiped a tiny bit on top of my skin the other day because it had leaked, and it was all over the packaging, and that's how it traveled. And I know how to pack cosmetics, people. I haven't even opened it. Somehow it came out through the the secondary packaging is inside. So there's primary packaging and secondaries inside. Somehow it came out. Weirdly, I'm hoping that not too much leaked. I mean, there was quite a significant bit in my makeup bag, toiletry bag, because when I used it, it felt really nice. So all the masks I've used so far from both brands are nice. Now, what did okay, the serums, I'm asked about these a lot. The Super Glow and the Super Pure. These are new ones. I've already dipped into the others, and Ava stole the others. So they look like that. I think they're perfectly nice serums, and for the price point, I think they're good. I think if you can't afford them, it's the kind of thing you would get from The Ordinary. One's niacinamide and one's vitamin C, and The Ordinary does that as well. So, but if you are a Glossier fan, they are perfectly good serums. The niacinamide and zinc is to calm breakout prone skin and redness, and the Super Glow is to brighten and energize dull, tired skin. Both work perfectly well. I am getting to what I really like. I picked up the Hero Salve from Milk, which literally looks like a salve. Doesn't look like I've stuck my finger in, but I have. So it's literally a thick balm, and I do like it. I tested this in Sephora, I believe, and decided to buy it on the spot. Do I need another salve? No. But am I addicted to buying cosmetics? Yes. So I like that. I mentioned face glosses in my last What I'm Loving makeup video, and Milk make a face gloss, and I do like it. I just can't help myself. I don't know what's wrong with me. So it looks like this, sorry. Looks like that. You literally, it looks almost like a light, clear Vaseline. You won't be able to see anything except a bit of shine. The idea being, of course, that you put a bit here, anywhere you want a bit on your lid, wherever. I really like it. I feel like some kind of millennial apologetic, I don't know. I like it. I also like, nay, kind of got obsessed with when I had my tan, Glossier Perfecting Skin Tint in Dark. Now I picked up Dark when I was there on my last trip because I had medium that had been too pale for a while. And then I got Dark Stretch Concealer too. They do go darker. Glossier is very good at taking care of darker skinned ladies. So this is designed to be used, it says it can be used anywhere. I find it really nice under the eyes. It's called Stretch Concealer. I don't particularly know what stretch is, but it works and I like it. And the Perfecting Skin Tint, which is a shake before use, I'm gonna get some out for you. Looks like this. Just get a teeny bit out because I don't want to waste it, frankly. I said in my original review, which I'll link below, that I'd probably never be without it. And I think that still stands. This is something you would put on your face when you don't need to have immaculate makeup, you're not going to a huge event, but say you're running around town, or you're doing a school run, or you're just going to work, and you just want people to think, she looks good, her skin looks fresh. That does that, I really like it. Now, I have 4 that I have easily used way more than anything else I've bought, and then I'm going to talk about what I don't like. The 4 that I love, the Glossier Lip Gloss in Clear Transparent, looks like that. I wish I'd bought 6. This is the only lip gloss that I have used as much as, since I got it, as much as Pixie Lip Lift Max. They both do very similar things. They both give a slight pink. I'll just put some on, why don't I? They both give a slight pink. This one is slightly stickier, and I like a sticky lip gloss. It's not sticky, it looks slightly stickier. Do you know what I mean? So I'm loving that. If anything, I'd like it in a slightly bigger tube, although, give them their due, at least the brush does reach to the bottom, which doesn't happen often. I love that. Okay, I love this. I don't get it, and the new stuff's just come out. I'm gonna buy that too. I don't know how it works, but it bloody does. It's Milk Makeup Cooling Water. it looks like this. Now I took this, a spritz, and the Clinique Moisture Surge Super Concentrate onto the airplane the last 2, 3, I did 6 flights in a month, and I had this for the last 3 flights. 2 LA, back from LA and back from New York. And it's ice cold when you apply. It literally just wets your skin. So you just rub it all over with the stick, and then you sort of do that with your fingers and it's done. It doesn't work well if you sort of layer it and layer it and layer it. So after a while on the airplane, between layering this and the Clinique, I had a little bit of rolling, but that was because I was going overboard with this because it felt so cooling on the airplane. I really like this as well. I don't know why I'm saying it like it's a problem that I like it. It's odd, isn't it? But I do really like it. I also did not expect to like these to the extent that I have, and I have never been one for cream blush, creamy things. I'm getting more into them now. I've always been a powder girl. I love these, and they look ridiculously dark and bright, but they're not. This is the Milk Makeup Lip and Cheek in Rally and Swish. They look like this. This one looks like that. See, they're not dark at all. And this one looks like that. So you think it's going to be really fluorescent. Actually, it just gives you, both of them give you a really nice flush. So what I've been doing is mixing the two. Just going to clean my hands for you because I have other stuff coming. I've been doing the skin tint with a bit of this on my cheek and a bit of gloss and going. And it's working. I really like it. Now, here's what I will not repurchase, and I would repurchase, sorry, it is so hot in my office, I cannot tell you. The aircon is still broken, whole other saga. I would repurchase everything I've shown you pretty much. Maybe not the masks, that's because I have drawers and drawers of masks and they're not something I go out of my way to get. I would not repurchase the Sunshine Skin Tint. I am colour Honey. It looks like this, and it's the oddest applicator. So you're supposed to just do that, and it's a roller ball. You press the end and you roller it out. The problem is, although it's nice on the hand, I end up using the Glossier one that's similar because the applicator just gets on my nerves. And Ava said, I bought Ava one as well, and she said I had to get her to get it to work for me. I couldn't do it. I couldn't get it to come out at all. It's too faffy for me, but the colour's nice and the coverage is nice. So if you do find a colour that you like, you might think it's worth embracing. I'm trying to think of a word. The bonus is it's SPF 30. I think they might have further down the line some separation issues because generally you kind of want to shake a physical SPF, and that could be also what sort of stops it coming out. So like the colour, like the coverage, the packaging makes me stabby. One from the Glossier I wouldn't repurchase because it didn't really do anything is Dew Effect Highlighter in Topaz, which looks like this. And the idea is you blend and you rub. I still haven't worked out what the bit in the middle is, but to me it just sort of dumped a load of gold on my hand, and the gold on me looked like a poopy colour, like a baby poopy colour. Sorry, really horrible way to describe it, isn't it? One more from Milk that I wouldn't repurchase, but this is more because of my preference, not because of the product. It's the Eye Pigment in Silent Disco. Okay, it looks like that. Now it's, sorry, I just emptied some. It's really pigmented. Now the idea is, of course, that you just take that, rub it on your eye, and you run with it. I might get into it. I think I bought it thinking I'd get into it more than I actually have. So it's a nice product, and if you like a cream eyeshadow in that way, by all means go for it. Just not for me, and one that Ava definitely loves. So this one's more about me than the product. There's 3 left. All 3 of them, I don't know why I bought them, but I did. So first of all, I got the balm.com in a kit last year. So this is obviously their sort of, it's essentially a fancy Vaseline. If it says Universal Skin Salve, you wouldn't use this anywhere except your lips. And it says lips, cuticles. Well, it won't, it's too thick to penetrate your cuticles, so get a cuticle oil, ignore that. Elbows and on your friends. Well, if you want to put this on your friends, that's up to you, but don't be coming at me with this. It's fine, and I will use it up, but it's essentially Vaseline. Then when I was in New York, not feeling stupid enough, I went to the pop-up, got totally engaged in it, smelt this and thought, oh, now I, as we all know, I'm a sucker for coconut. When you do that, you can smell the coconut. However, when you put it on your lips, it tastes more of Vaseline than Vaseline does. I can't tell you how grim it is on the lips. It's everything you don't want on your face. It smells synthetic, it tastes, it's just my fault. I shouldn't have bought it. It wasn't extortionately expensive. It's just a Vaseline balm or a petrolatum balm. And I knew that going in, but I thought, oh, try it. It's coconut, you might like it. No. These I bought, and my beef with these is what they are as opposed to how they work. So this is the Milk Makeup Roll and Blot papers. They look like that. The idea is you could do this with them, which frankly today is very helpful because I'm very sweaty, as you can see. My beef with them is Milk is absolutely aimed at young, not even millennials. I mean, it's aimed at teens, not tweens, teens and young millennials, fair enough. But they're called Roll and Blot because you can also use it as a rolling paper and roll yourself a nice little joint. That's literally the only time in my life I've ever done that, which is why it's not working. But here's the thing, Milk. If you sell to that demographic and you're sold in Sephora and you're sold in Urban Outfitters and the people who model your line are young, I do not need you to sell my 15-year-old child rolling papers, okay? She thought it was funny because she doesn't smoke. She's like me, she makes her feel sick. So blotting papers, yes. Rolling papers, a step too gimmicky for me. No. So, standouts. All this lot, the Milk, they redeem themselves completely with the blushers and the hydrating-y thingy, and oh, I love it. This, love the skin tint from Glossier, love it. Thank you. Liking the cleansers, loving the cleansers. Loving the mists. I mean, I'm not hard to please with a mist, but oh, yes please. And probably the Glossier Lip Gloss, which is actually the same pink as my t-shirt. So I was trying to be quick, 20 minutes later. I think both brands will have huge success when they get to the UK, huge success. And it's deserved. They're both good brands, they're both affordable, they've both been well thought out, they're both brilliantly named and marketed and packaged. I mean, there's the odd thing that I think is a bit too cheap, but that's me being a snob. It's not a problem with the actual way it works or the efficacy. Aside from the rolling papers, I don't think so. All in all, good. I like. So get your asses over here, stop fannying about and get to the UK. See you soon.